Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to TSP TV, and in this episode it is an international ration review, and it's actually going to be a double ration review, although it's not exactly a military ration or an MRE or an IMP or anything like that. It is these cool and funky Korean one-shot meals that I picked up a little while ago on eBay. I think I've got a burp before we even start, baby Pete. There you go. There's a first burp right off the bat before you've even opened the packaging. So yeah, that could be in for a good review. Now, as I said, I picked these up a little while ago on eBay. They come up in MRE searches, and essentially I think this one is ramen and rice, and this one is rice with either beef or chicken. I actually think this one is beef. Now, a week or so ago, I did actually try this one. As you can see, I've opened it up and saved the packaging. Instead, I was going to do a review for you. Now, I actually did make a video for you that I was due to upload, but somehow in a little bit of a thumbing accident while deleting some older stuff, lost the video. But I gotta say, it was absolutely delicious and very, very spicy. In fact, extremely spicy. A lot of hiccups were involved. Sadly, that video's lost, but I still have the packaging as a little reminder, and I'll probably try to put this to some use. But it says here, a combat ration. Now, I'm not actually sure that these are indeed military grade rations or not. They certainly look a little bit, this one definitely looks a little bit like it's for commercial purposes. It does have a barcode and stuff on there as well. I did actually have two of these, but I did give one to one of the girls at work, Tenzin, who does like her ramen, and it was a little bit of a belated Christmas present to her. So we were going to try it together at work and do a little bit of a review, but didn't get a chance. But I'll let her take it home and she can try it at her own wish. If or not she makes a video, I did tell her to make a video for me so I could upload it for you to see what Tenzin thought of this. If you want to see what Tenzin thought of this, leave some comments in the section below, and I'll show her to them when I get to work, and maybe that will encourage her to make her own video review of this. But it's essentially ramen and rice in there, and this one is just a rice dish, and all you have to do is add water. I don't know if you can hear, but in the background I do have a kettle boiling, so there's not an awful lot to them, as I said, like the traditional MREs or military grade ration. They are just a single shot meal, so they don't actually come with any components or any drinks or any accessories, crackers or things like this. But I will open this one up for you, and we'll look what is inside while the kettle is boiling. So I don't really know. There might be some of you purists out there and ration reviewers or enthusiasts that might not think that these are actually real rations or not, but they are things that are available on eBay as camping food, I guess, and they are just a freeze-dried meal. So I don't know if you can see there, we do get some sauce. Now, if this is the same as the sauce that was in the red one that I tried, that is going to be extremely hot, and we may be getting some more burps. So it's traditional bibimbap sauce. So this is what it is. Oh, there's something else in there. Okay, there's another sauce that wasn't in the red packet, so that only had the one sauce, but this has another one. I don't know what this is. As I said, it's all in Korean, but we'll find out. I think that might even be like soy sauce. So that's in there. You can see there's some little chunks of something and some green stuff and some flecks of orange, which I can only assume is carrot. And as I said, the red one was absolutely fantastic. Tastes like something you might find in Koreatown if you live in a city that has Koreatown like I do. Here in Toronto we have quite a large Koreatown. That's something I actually do one day, is maybe go and have a little walkabout to Koreatown and see if in any of the Korean supermarkets if they have any of these, because if they do, it certainly might be a little bit cheaper to buy them here than have them shipped from Korea, and they kind of work out about $10 a piece, so kind of expensive really for what you've got. So Again, let's rip this one up. And I think unlike this one, we get a spoon and a napkin. And you can hear the kettle is boiling in the background. And if you can see, we've got actually got a fork. Look, we've got whatever that is. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We've got some sauce. I'm guessing again that might be spicy sauce, and some seasoning. I'm guessing that's chili flakes. But if you can see, there's a block of ramen. Let me just get that out. You can see that it looks exactly kind of the same as what you'd get in there. And again, some rice, and we've already dropped a little bit. So the kettle is boiling. I'm just going to put you on pause while I go and get that, and we'll fill these bad boys up. Okay, so I got the kettle. If you can see there is a fill line, and it does say in multiple languages there. There is an English version that says water line, and exactly the same going on there. As I said, I really did enjoy this one, and it says sea ration on there. And as I said, I don't know if they do issue this to the military or not, but let's get the water in. And yeah, we've got a little bit of dribblage on the thrift store studio. This one, it says you have to put it up to quite far. So let's just come in and show you what that looks like now that we've added the water to them. We've got our spoon. So let's figure out what this little item was. We'll pop these in. If we can, yeah, there, we got that open. No, I didn't. Excuse me, technical difficulties with the sauce packet. So that looks like some green stuff. Not exactly sure what that is. Sesame oil. That's sesame oil. That's nice. And I can assure you, if this is as spicy as the other one, we will see a little bit of hiccup action in this video. I should probably get some water ready just in case. So let's put our traditional bibimbap sauce in with our rice. Trying to get it all out. Did a terrible job opening the packages. My apologies for that. And let's get rid of that one. There's a little bit left in there, but so I'm guessing this is the seasoning. And this one really here that we're looking at now, that just does seem like your regular kind of ramen noodle in a different packaging with some thrown in rice. So what do we get in here? Can you see? I don't know, some green stuff. What looks like little vegetables, actually. I thought that was going to be a seasoning packaging, but that looks like some freeze-dried veggies. We've also got our sauce packet here that we're going to add. We're not getting the tray out for this because they are designed to eat out of the bag, so that's exactly what we are going to do. As I said, some of you might not think that these are, in fact, MREs or rations at all, but I thought they might be fun just to try, see what they're like, and especially this one because I am a great fan of ramen, and ramen does make up the basis of my... Oh, actually, it says do not eat that, so that's glad. I was just about to rip that one open and toss it in, but it says do not eat. So, good stuff. Glad we didn't throw that in the ramen, although we might have got sick. So all that remains now is to zip these up, and I think it takes about 5 or 10 minutes for these to do their thing. Make sure they're... So give that a little shake. Give that a little shake. And we'll see you in a little while. Okay, they've been doing their thing for about 5 to 8 minutes. And I gotta tell you, fam, the smell in the thrift store studio right now is absolutely amazing. It tastes just like a Korean restaurant, or smells like rather, a Korean restaurant. Really and truly, the aromatics come in. They're both in sealed packaging, so that the flavour coming out of that. And we only added some boiling water in the seasoning packet, and honestly, it's a very appetizing aroma without even taking a spoonful. So I did check just before we pressed play. You can see this rice is fully constituted and rehydrated. Still do have a little bit of liquid in the bottom, and the packaging is still very hot. So let's give that a mix, because we put the sauce and everything in there. Now this one is a little bit, you can't really tell, but it's actually, it is a soup. That's why we put so much liquid in it. So I don't really want to kind of spill it, but you can kind of get it there. You can see the steam coming off. In the flavour again coming out of this packet. Oh my goodness. Smells just like the ramen shop, or the pho, or pho, however you say it. If you go to those kind of Chinatown or Asian kind of restaurants, the flavors coming off these are very familiar, very appetizing. This is certainly a very comforting dish waiting to happen. So because it didn't come with a spoon and it is a soup, I'm using a Wendy's spoon. Just for good measures. I'm surprised that this didn't actually come with a spoon, seeing it is a soup. So what should we try first? I'm not sure. I do got some napkins, and I do got some water. So I'm going to bring this closer to me and try the broth. Wow. That is a very nice broth. Very nice broth indeed. Still a little bit hot on the hands, so we'll come back to that. Let's get this rice in us now. I think this is spicy beef, and if this is anything to go by like the last one, this is going to be very spicy. So let me try. Actually, no, it isn't as spicy. Still a little bit of a crunch there. I think some of the rice didn't get completely coated in the water. Definitely a very strong flavour of the sesame oil we had. Oh, there's a little bit of a kick to it. It does creep up on you. You can see inside there. Actually, a little bit disappointing. Actually, I was hoping it was going to be as spicy as the spicy chicken one, because that really had a kick to it. It's kind of like a habanero or Scotch bonnet type. Oh no, they're the same chili, but that kind of level of heat. This one has some spice, but certainly like a jalapeno level. Nothing that would really upset somebody who really likes spicy food, but it still has a very nice flavor and tastes just like something you would get from your takeout. Possibly could have left it a little bit longer. There is a little bit of a crunch. I'm not sure if that's just by design. So let's move on to this one and try and get some of the noodles. Wow. I don't know if you can see that, but they actually kind of look, they don't look the same as these noodles. This is going to be fun. So I'm going to bring it closer to me to try some of this. That's some very good noodles. Yeah, some very good noodles indeed. Tastes very similar to the Mr. Noodles, I'm not going to lie. I've got some rice on this fork. But this is actually seafood. I'm not really a fan of fish or anything, but I've got to say the broth and the rice and the noodles, there's quite a good combination there. Is it really worth $10? Not really. As I said, if you could find these perhaps in your local Korean supermarket or local Asian supermarket for $4 or $5, I think it would be a pretty good thing to pop into your pantry. But for novelty reasons and purposes alone, just to try them to see what they're like, it was worth it. But certainly at the price that you pay for them, I wouldn't necessarily recommend them. But they are very, very good indeed. And to be quite honest, you could probably replicate this with just a bag of these in a Mylar or a Ziploc bag. You could do exactly the same thing with this if you had a similar bag that you may have available at home. A lot of food items do come in these type bags now, like the retort or Ziploc Mylar bags. And you could make exactly the same type thing with a 20 cents Mr. Noodles, to be honest with you. But there is something very comforting about noodles, and I do enjoy my ramen. I'm not going to lie. I do have quite a lot of them in my my pantry, as some of you may know. Let's go back to the rice. I'm probably going to put you on pause in a minute until I finish these, because there's not really much else I can say about them, to be quite honest. You know, there's no accessories, no drinks, nothing else to have. Very, very simple one-shot meal. I mean, they are very lightweight. The fact that you can eat it right out of the container as well if you were going hiking or camping, I'm guessing they would be really, really, really handy to have. But considering the price it costs to have them shipped in, probably be better off just getting regular Mr. Noodles, to be honest with you, or some of those, you know, they're Uncle Ben's, like the microwavable rice that you can just put in 2 minutes and they're ready. So okay, I'm going to finish up here, guys, and I'll come back to you when I'm done. So I'm almost getting to the end of this little video and this particular ramen. I just wanted to get you a close up of the spoonful. You can see there's quite a lot going on there. What looks like to be a little bit of broccoli. We've got some rice. We've got some noodles, and this is the broth is absolutely fantastic. And I also pressed play because I think I got a burp in the. There you go. I didn't want to deprive you of a burp in my ration reviews. So let me know if you actually think this is a ration or not. But this is a very hearty dish. The rice and the ramen together is particularly filling. The spicy rice, on its own, I'm not sure that would necessarily fill you up. You need something else to kind of supplement that. I mean, it's better that if you had that or nothing, it would certainly do a better job than having nothing. But on its own, it probably isn't going to fill you up as much as you might like. You're going to probably have to, as I said, add. There was a little baby burp there. I thought that one was going to be bigger. But this one, very, very comforting. The broth is nice. There is a little bit of spice, not too overpowering that it numbs your tongue, but does certainly clear the nasal passage a little bit. And on a very cold and frosty night like it is tonight in Toronto, Canada, it's about -4 or -5 at the minute, which actually warmed up from the last few days when we'd been down to -11 and -15. But as I was saying, this is a very, very warming and comforting dish on a cold and icy night as it is. And I actually almost licked the packaging clean on there. So just going to finish this up, then we'll give you our goodbyes and end this video. Okay, guys, so I've finished those both off. I've got to say, I did enjoy them both immensely. This was very, very, very delicious indeed. As I said, not very filling at all. There's another burp for you. And a backup. Thought there was going to be a third, but there wasn't. And again, this one, probably my favourite of the two. probably because I hadn't tried this one before and I had a similar experience with the chicken version of this. That was a little bit more spicy than that one, but both very, very nice flavors. This one, as I said, tasted a little bit like it was freshly cooked in your local Korean takeout. Some very, very nice flavors. The sesame seed oil, or the sesame oil, certainly give it a little bit of something that you miss out of the kind of normal seasoning packet from Mr. Noodles and stuff. And this one had a very, very, very comforting broth, not nowhere near as salty and sodium content, high sodium content as the Mr. Noodles, and again almost tasted like a fresh broth. And I had a few little dehydrated veggies, and I even think it might have had a dehydrated shrimp or two. There was a little bit of a fishy flavor to the broth, not overly powering, that it was unpleasant to eat, because as I said, I'm not really that fond of fishy type things, but nonetheless, that was a very, very good dish. Not going to fill you up on their own. Together, even combined, I could probably do with a little something just to kind of truly fill me up. But very comforting, very tasty, and not much else I can really say about them. So that's it, fam. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this review of whatever you want to describe these as. Hold on, do I got another burp coming for you? Yes, I do. It's kind of when you've got that little, when you drunk a lot of soup and liquid and you kind of got that burp and you're not too sure if it's going to be burp or projectile vomit, but a little bit of caution, don't want to be vomiting over the thrift store studio. So anyway, thanks, as I was saying, for watching. If you enjoyed this video, it's up to you. Leave a comment, a thumbs up, share it if you want, I don't care, up to you. Don't worry if you don't. It is a shit video production. It is TSP TV. We'll probably see you in the next one. Until then, keep it thrifty.